Hello everyone! Today I'm time traveling, and I'm so excited to have you come along. Watch to the end to hear my secret goal for this coming quarter. But first, what am I drawing today? I'm working on designing a character for a children's picture book. Today I'm working on my first attempt. Come along and let's see what I come up with. Before I jump into discussing past goals and future plans, a quick disclaimer here. I don't dive into discussing my finances for the first quarter in this video. My goal for this year is mainly to get all the pieces in place to start monetizing next year or the following year. I'm well aware that the artist journey and business model can be a slow one requiring lots of patience and determination. However, all that said, I did see a little income this first quarter and face a few expenses. If you're interested in hearing the details, drop a comment below and I'll share the nitty-gritty on that in a future video. Alright, so first, we're going to jump back in time to January of this year. January 1st, I officially launched into my career as a quote-unquote full-time artist. Now, when I say full-time artist, I mean that I'm pursuing art and the business of art 5 days a week for as many hours as I can manage. Some days this might be 5 or 6 hours. Other days this is 2 or 3. I hold a full-time position as a homeschool mama and homemaker, so my art is my second job. So long story short, my art business is as full-time as I can make it. When a company or business is serious about achieving goals, they have quarterly review meetings, right? I haven't actually worked in a large company, so I have no idea if they actually have these meetings, but I'm going to imagine they do if they want to be successful. So I'm having a quarterly review meeting with myself. It totally makes sense in my head, so you're welcome to eavesdrop. Okay, so what were my goals for the first quarter of the year, and more importantly, did I meet them? My first goal was to complete a figure drawing course. Did I complete it? Well, the short answer is no. But did I progress? Yes. I'm over 50% through the course and have learned so much. Now, why didn't I complete it? Well, partway through the quarter, I had to come to grips with the idea that I wouldn't necessarily be mastering each portion of the course before moving on. Originally, I was trying to achieve that, and it was significantly holding me back. With my attempt at full mastery, this course would most likely have taken me the rest of this year, if not longer. For example, I'm not going to fully master drawing a human foot before completing this course, but that doesn't mean I need to stay at the quote-unquote drawing a human foot lesson. Rather, I can progress through the lessons and study hands, muscles, etc., even without mastery. I'm discovering that I learn best by studying in a kind of spiral pattern. Each time I make a circular pass by something, I get a little better and learn a bit more. Then the next time I circle back around, I have more practice under my belt and can go deeper. I'm one of those students that learns best by doing and doing something before I understand it completely. As I gain more experience, I can add new information and tips into my already acquired knowledge. So I'm allowing myself to continue progressing through the course at a slightly faster rate than I did the first quarter. Alright, another one of my goals for the first quarter was to complete a flower drawing course. Did I complete it? No. Why not? Well, my studying anatomy, character design, and figure drawing has taken all of my focus. I think longingly of my flower drawing course, and at some point I will dive into it. But I've realized I need to be careful about spreading myself too thin. So right now, I'm content on focusing on my anatomy and character design skills and tucking away my flower course for another day. I had also wanted to learn Procreate's new Dreams animation software, and this didn't happen at all this first quarter of the year. So how am I feeling about this? Again, I have thought longingly about animation with Procreate Dreams. I feel it tugging at the back of my mind almost every day. However, I've realized that to animate the way I want to, drawing each change, kind of like a flipbook, I need to improve my figure drawing skills first, so animation is on the back burner for now as I focus on developing my character drawing skills and becoming more and more confident in that pursuit. Though I do still have hopes to at least explore Procreate Dreams later this year, if at all possible. Alright, and my last goal for the first quarter of 2024 was to post new art daily, 5 days a week. So I decided to change this plan partway through the quarter as I realized my drawing needs were changing. I realized that I wanted to spend more time on artwork, explore more complex pieces, and try new things I hadn't attempted before. However, my daily posting requirement didn't allow for deeper study or give me the freedom to try new things. I found that I was starting to feel overwhelmed and was getting a little frustrated with how simplistic I needed to make my pieces in order to finish a new one every day. So I decided to alter my plan to instead start posting 3 times a week, and this has worked perfectly so far. It's still motivating for me to have that every other day deadline, but now I have some time to dive into more complex pieces, exploring new poses that I'm not confident in, and that might take a little more time to work out properly. So that sums up my first quarter. I've made some significant headway in my skills, and I'm thrilled and excited to continue exploring more character design and story creation. Now it's time for the second part of our meeting. What is this next quarter going to look like? Will I be changing anything for April, May, and June? While I plan to continue working on my character designs and figure drawing, I am starting to think of incorporating these studies into specific projects. I have 2 major projects I want to work on this quarter. First of all, I want to complete a draft of a children's picture book. I've just begun working on writing a children's picture book and have the first rough draft scripted out, but only the text. It's a book that celebrates the relationship between a father and his daughter, as well as exploring a little about engineering. That's my husband's area of expertise, and also some astronomy. I'm so excited to be working on this project, and well, to be honest, utterly intimidated. I need to start working on thumbnailing the book, but right now I'm studying up on basic composition and working on figuring out my art style for the book. I would love to do something painterly for it, but I'm not sure my skill level is there yet. So for this quarter, I'm hopeful to finish the book draft with thumbnails and completed text, as well as maybe a page or 2 of completed illustrations. But since I've never done this before, I'm reminding myself that I might need to be flexible here. Secondly, for this quarter, I would like to write and storyboard a 3-page comic. I started a practice 3-page comic, and I've learned a lot just doing it so far, but it is very basic and beginner level. I haven't completed it yet, but already I want to go back and redraw it. I'm hoping I can make myself finish it. I want to draw comics more regularly in the future, and this is a practice project. But gosh, it's hard to get my writing, storytelling, and drawing skills to line up with what I imagine in my head. Thirdly, for this quarter, I want to continue working on this channel, with my goal of continuing to publish a new video once a week. Publishing every week this past quarter has been a bit challenging, as editing videos takes much longer than I had originally anticipated. However, I am loving what I'm creating, and my plan is to continue to build and grow my video skills for this channel. I'm hoping to be publishing a longer form video, i.e. longer than a short, at least once a week, but I'm going to try to be gracious with myself if I can't meet this goal every week. For this channel, I would like to focus on 3 categories. Number 1, art time-lapse videos with entertaining stories. Number 2, updates and encouragement for living the art life. For example, this video here falls under that category. And finally, number 3, I would like to start sharing simple digital art tutorials from time to time. I haven't done one yet, but I'm hoping with this quarter I can get 1 or 2 up on the channel. I need to figure out how to use OBS streaming software so I can record and share tutorials from my iPad. Okay, come close everyone. Yep, lean in. My last goal is kind of a secret one that I started working on this past quarter. So I went to learn SketchUp software. SketchUp is a program that architects, builders, and designers use to lay out 3D creations. For example, I can create a 3D model of a bench, a house, or even a park. I want to be able to design scenes, interiors, and exteriors that I can use as background sets for my comics and stories. I looked at a couple 3D softwares and settled on SketchUp. A little known secret is that at one time, I wanted to go to school for architecture. Designing spaces, buildings, as well as landscape fascinates me. I've only held off this long because the math intimidated me. But my husband is great with math and has offered to help, so I'm diving in and trying to figure it out. My goal is to be fluent in SketchUp by Christmas, or sooner. So there you have it. I think my goals are achievable, if not a little optimistic, but that's the way I want it. Something to strive towards without feeling utterly overwhelmed. So how is your journey looking? Do you plan by quarter or by month? Let me know in the comments. All right, thank you so much. Have a wonderful day and keep drawing, friends. I'll see you next time.